safety, price, and performance of a Bristol Light Sport compared to a Cessna Skyhawk. So let's start with safety. One of the things that makes a plane safe is the ability to climb. They always say you can never try to, if you lose an engine on takeoff, turn around and try and land, because at the end of a runway you're never high enough. One of the Bristol models has a 140 horsepower engine. The Cessna Skyhawk has a 160 horsepower engine, so has 20 horsepower less than a Skyhawk. But it has a turbocharger, Skyhawk does not have, has a constant speed prop, which a Skyhawk does not have. That particular plane climbs at 1,700 feet a minute. A Skyhawk climbs at 600 feet a minute on a good day. So a Bristol will get to 500 feet just a little bit beyond the end of a 4,000 foot runway. It's probably one of the few planes ever that if you lost an engine on takeoff, you could make it back to the runway. So that, in my opinion, is one of the things that would make that plane safe. Another thing that makes it safe is occasionally we run into clouds, or clouds with icing, or you storms and you need to get above a cloud. The Bristol climbs at 1,700 feet a minute. Even at 14,000 feet, it's still climbing at 1,000 feet a minute. So if you lived out west by the Colorado Rockies, and your normal flying required you to cross the Colorado Rockies, even if you were in a $900,000 Cirrus SR-22 with a 215 horsepower engine, that plane is done climbing at 14,000 feet for two reasons. Number one, doesn't have a turbocharger, and number two, it's heavier. It weighs 2,000 pounds more than a Bristol. So our Bristol will still be climbing at 1,000 feet a minute when it crosses the Colorado Rocky Mountains, compared to the $900,000 Cirrus, which will barely be climbing at 100 feet a minute. So that's another reason why the Bristol is safe, because it has amazing climb performance. Also, the engine reliability. The Skyhawk and Cirrus use old Continental and Lycoming technology. The Bristol has Rotax, which is new technology. On a Lycoming Continental, you have magnetos. They fail. A Bristol uses electric starting packs. They do not fail. The Lycoming has an alternator belt, and an alternator bracket. They all fail. The Bristol gets its electricity from a stator that runs off the engine, never fails. The avionics are amazing in the light sports, even better than you get in the certified planes. Another reason it's safe. The traffic avoidance is so clearly displayed on the Garmin G3X Touch, making the Bristol safe. The maintenance is done in one day on a Bristol, so it's very easy to keep the plane well maintained and top condition. So that's some of the reasons I feel the Bristol, why it's such a safe plane. Then let's talk performance. Well, we talked a little bit about the performance already. Because of the lightweight, these planes can climb at 1,700 feet a minute. You can take a Bristol to 18,000 feet, and you can get a amazing performance. So let's just go on to the performance. So the performance of a Bristol outshines a Skyhawk immensely because of the low weight, the constant speed prop, and its ability to. The Bristol can go 184 miles an hour at 13,500 feet, and a Skyhawk does 130 miles an hour. So it's like 60 miles an hour faster. It's even faster than the SR-22. So it climbs better, goes better. And then one of the things we talked about was price. A new Skyhawk's about $500,000 in 2025. A new Bristol is about $350,000. An entry-level Bristol that doesn't have such amazing performance with a 100 horsepower engine has an entry-level price of about $220,000. The SR22 is about $900,000. So on price, again, the Bristol wins the battle very easily. So those are some of the things I thought I would cover in today's video, episode 3. And Lou Mancuso, the Landing Doctor, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe button. It helps us grow in the aviation community.